Hey, what is up, everybody, and welcome back to Space Chick Crypto. My name is Elizabeth Howard, and I am super excited to talk to y'all about Ottobought project. I have a special guest here in the space cabin. I cannot wait to bring up. I was trying to talk to them earlier. It says devices not connected, though, on my end. Let's see here. Oh, there we go. All right, give me just 1 second. We have Rob from the dev team. Hi, how are you doing?
Good. How are you? I think I'm familiar with you. Have you been on with Pablo from Bolt?
Yeah.
So I've seen, yep. So I totally have seen your show many times.
Yeah, he was actually like, hey, do you want to hop on right now? And I was like, I got my own live right now, dude. So yeah, I was like, I gotta find out about Ottoboughts. I gotta find out what's going on because I read y'all's website and it's super interesting. So I can't wait to jump into all of that. But first, Rob, tell us a little bit about yourself. When did you get into crypto?
About 10 years ago, I've been in IT.
Oh no, Rob, think you're getting rugged a little bit. Okay.
Oh, sorry about that. I don't know if you can hear me better now, but it's been about 10 years.
Oh no. Let me see here. Give us just 1 second, everybody. One second.
No, I'm here. I'm back. Sorry, I'm in a bad reception area, so I think it'll be choppy, this interview. But I think about 10 years I've been in this space.
Okay, that's good. That's good to know that you've been out and around and you've seen many seasons of crypto. That's good to know because, you know, there's different waves out there and you've seen them all in 10 years. I bet you've seen the same story over and over and over. So I like that you've been out for a while and then you're making this project. What made you want to start this project up?
So just like you mentioned, I have been in the space for a long time, and before that, I was an avid investor. So I'm a fan of how markets work, and options, futures, derivatives. And when I first learned about crypto, it's a fusion of technology and finance, which are two of my spheres of influence. And because I have seen many bull and bear cycles, and the technology, I think, hasn't been totally utilized. It's used for memes and for degenning, but I think it has so much more potential. And I think we got sick and tired of seeing all of the rugs. So there were all these projects that had great potential, and then they were just rug. So our project has been, Hawking's Lab, has been in the space for almost 2 years. So through booms and busts, and because we couldn't really find what we were looking for, we created it ourselves. A project that will be here for the long term, that has real utility, that can harness the power of cryptocurrency and markets to help our own project, to help the chart.
So the project, you said help the chart. I'm excited to find out more about that because I mean, it just sounds like what y'all have created I've never heard of before. Honestly, I've been, I've seen y'all all over Twitter. The little guy, your little character there, super interesting. He's sitting on a pile of coins there. So I was like, what is going on your website whenever I was reading? It said about a bot. And so you got sick and tired of all the rug pulls and everything, Rob. How many rug pulls have you had to go through? I know I've had to go through quite a bit.
Too many to count, right? And sometimes it isn't even a technical rug. It's that the team gives up, right? People are quick to quit in a lot of things in life, but especially in crypto. And I think a lot of people don't see, if you stay in the game for a long term, for a multi-year period, what the potential is. So people are just looking for that quick pump, short term, but they're not looking at crypto as a long-term asset class, as something that you hold for the long term. And that's another key pillar to our project. So Otto, we do have an ecosystem. Otto is just the front end, right? Maybe the meme aspect, but really it's all powered by the Hawkins Labs ecosystem. So we've been around for, I think, a year and a half, and we were devs even before that, perfecting this technology. So we have this technology. It's been in place. It's been used on our charts for over a year now. So we know it works. It isn't something that's coming soon.
Oh, wow.
But what we wanted to do with Otto was memify it, right? Because utility, a lot of the time, it's very hard for people to understand. And a lot of people do like the meme aspect of crypto. We do too, right? We have no problem with memes. They're great. But we decided to combine the two. So we have a meme front end, but we do have a utility back end, and they will interact.
Oh my goodness. So it's disguised as a meme.
You're exactly right. Exactly. Because we have tried to describe what we do for the past year and a half. And it wasn't registering. And you know what made our lives a lot easier was Jared from Subway on ETH. We have bots that predate Jared, but when we would try to explain what we were doing, it really wasn't registering, because most people, they think bots are bad, right? You know, on a meme token especially.
Yes, that's what
our bots
programmed to think, for sure. Yeah, 100,000%.
Yeah. What our bots do is, if they make a trade successfully, they will bring that volume back to our main charts. Right. So we deploy bots into the blockchain, and when they actually transact, they bring that volume back to our main tokens. So they're programmed to do that, and they do it every day, and they've done already 60,000 transactions since they've been implemented.
What? That is wild. That is wild. Okay, so y'all been around. You've been in the space a while. You've been around the block a few times. Yeah, you totally took bots the way and transformed it into something positive for the space, because yeah, that's been all I've ever heard about bots in crypto is they're bad. Anytime you see these red little guys, it's bad. So this is mind bending. This is different, and I like that. That's what I like about projects. I like finding out about new projects, about new tech. Some innovation, because yes, I agree, you need to make the space better. That's why we have crypto, is to help make the world better. And so I'm glad y'all are doing that. And it's so much easier to adopt with by memifying it. So that was super smart. I like that. And all the tech behind it, you said you guys were working on it for about a year before?
Yeah. So we do have it, and it's on our, if you look at our main token, Hawkins Labs, you'll see most of our transactions are bots, right? So we have an ecosystem, and almost 90% of our volume comes from bots. Now, just like any other chart, we're still in a bear market, so things are crashing, right? Our chart is no exception. But what's different about our chart is, when people buy or sell, there's always a bot behind them that's either buying what they sold or selling, at certain price points, to build liquidity and burn supply and reward holders with liquidity with a reward token. So on every single transaction that we do, we burn supply. So we're going to be here for 5, 6, 7, 8 years. We automate what we do with the bots, and on every single transaction, they burn supply. They come in and they burn supply. They come in and they burn supply. So on one of our main tokens, we've already burned 99% of the supply, and we hope to get that down to almost nothing. That's RMD, right? RMD is one of our, it's a community token that we launched a long time ago, and we've sicked a lot of bots on it as a test bed, as an experimentation. And almost every single penny in volume there comes from bots. But what they'll always do is burn supply. So we want to see how much supply we can burn over a long period. And we went from 5 billion to about 66 million. That's where we're at now. And we're burning at a good pace. So we're all about supply and demand. right? You know, if you can destroy supply and you can bring demand from the bots, so the bots destroy supply, continually destroy the supply, and will continually bring demand because they're trading elsewhere and bringing that volume back. And one of the examples we like to use, right, is if you have 10 apples and $10, right, and you burn 2 apples, but you still have $10, what happens to the price of apples?
Comes up. Because there's less.
Yes. So then you know what happens when you have 5 apples or 2 apples and you still have $10. But where it gets really interesting is, okay, let's say we have 4 apples, but you have $8, not 10 anymore, it's 8. What happens? The price of apples still go up, right? So at the end of it, it's all this fancy technical jargon. It's a bunch of technologies, a bunch of bots, a bunch of this. But all we're trying to do is destroy as much supply as possible and bring in as much demand as possible, and in as much an automated way as possible.
Okay. All right. Did you have a burn at the beginning? Let me see these tokenomics. Did you, because there for a while, that was a big thing. Everybody's like, oh, we're burning our supply, like burning half our supply.
No. So ours are buys and burns, which is what's different. It's buy and burn. And it happens. So they're microtransactions from the bots themselves. So when the bots make a trade, they'll come in and buy and burn our chart.
Oh my goodness. I'm really mind blown because I totally understand like deflationary and the project that I'm really invested in. They do that. It's all about deflationary, hyper deflationaryism, and this right here it sounds like it's on super drive, like hyperdrive, hyper deflation. Yeah, look, see. All right, most of these tokens are locked with a decentralized exchange and will never be seen again. Hyperdeflation is Otto's secret weapon. Let me go ahead. I wanted to tell y'all in the chat, hello everybody. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask the questions. You know, Rob is here now and can help answer any of them because it is technical. It totally is technical, but it's catchy with how, like, what you've done with it, the advertising and everything. What's up, Game Explorer Z? Otto to the moon and Mars. All right, what is up, Diamonds and Rubies? Thank you so much for coming on back. Otto is the most bullish project I have seen in a while on Binance. Let's go.
Well, it's in the pink set. The pre-sale is on pink sale. Okay. So it hasn't launched yet. So if anyone is interested, they can go. I think you might have the link, or someone can provide the link, but it hasn't launched yet.
I'm going to put it in the chat right now. And then I have it in the description box below, y'all. Go check it out. You know what? This one. Y'all use this one. I'm going to make sure that one down there because I did get another link from Empress. Okay, here we go. What's up, Mara? Hello. Okay, so this is wild. All right. Are these bots buying other projects or what are they buying?
Yeah, so they have multiple strategies. One of them is front running, the classic strategy, right? And this is something I think a lot of people miss with the no tax tokens. On all of the no tax tokens, there is a hidden secret tax, which is the front running bots, right? The front running bots will get in always, and there's no way to avoid them. You really can't do anything about it. If you have a tax on your token, it makes it harder for the bots to front run you. So that's one of our strategies where we will front run on no tax meme tokens. And if we make a successful trade, we bring that back to our chart. Now, another strategy is if there is a token that's getting a lot of hype in social media, what we'll do is we'll try to launch or catch the launch with a bot. So we'll try to snipe the launch. Again, if we make profits, we bring it back to the chart. And another strategy is we try to connect to all of the blue chip tokens automatically, right? So a lot of the bots are automated. So they do have profits. They'll connect to ETH and Binance and stable coins. And so all of the blue chips. So we have some stability in the treasury, right? So some of the profits go to that. So in a way, over the span of years, we become kind of an index ourselves because other bots are referring to us now. So we refer to other bots and they refer to us. And sometimes what we do is very interesting. If you hang out in the Telegram, you'll see a bot transaction where
Oh, Rob, I think we lost you for a second. Oh, this is super interesting, y'all, right? What's up, Destination DeFi?
Okay, I think I'm back.
Okay, you're back.
Yeah, and so we have liquidity.
Oh no, we lost you again, Rob. I'm sorry. This is wild. This is crazy. Let me see. Let me scroll on down while we wait for Rob to come on back. Hunger never ends. Ottobought one meme to rule them all. Let's see here. Welcome to the world of Ottobought, a responsible degen crypto project. Now, when I first read that, I was like, what? Responsible degen crypto project? What did I sign up for?
Yeah,
What did I sign up for? Rob, you're back.
I'm back. I do believe in cryptocurrency as a new means of business creation, as a way to transmit money freely worldwide without a centralized authority. So we do take that stuff very seriously. And what's going on currently is really making us angry, not just as people in the crypto space, but as Americans, as people in the West who value freedom and democracy, right? I do think crypto is it represents freedom, right? Freedom from centralized authorities who think sometimes they can tell you what you should or should not do with your money, right? It is a revolution what crypto is, and they're trying to destroy it. So we do have that ethos in everything that we do.
That's good. I'm glad you feel that way. I feel the same. Very passionate about that. We're pioneering the way for cryptocurrency and right now, and have to be good examples because everything out there in the news media and mainstream just makes crypto look really bad, and for this project to come out and just like help the people help the people get their money back. This is a really cool project. Is there any competitors out there with this, Rob?
No, because if you look at like a Jared, right? So that's owned probably by a quant or a hedge fund.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure. And they siphon off everyone's ETH, right? They take it out of the ecosystem. What our bots do is they bring it back. They keep it in the ecosystem. So if you own our project, it's like you're owning a piece of a bot. Now, to put it in perspective, though, our bots are tiny, right? So Jared is huge. It makes millions of dollars per week. Our bots are bringing in about $300,000 volume per year. That's what they're bringing in volume. And 3 months ago, that was only $50,000. So they're growing. Before that, it was just tens of thousands. And a couple of years from now, we hope to be in the millions as well, but it's a slow process. So, and as the community grows, because we also have a very small community, we're sub 100 people. But that, I think we are totally unique in this space because it isn't just the bots and the automation, what we're trying to do by connecting to all of the blue chips, but also the hyperdeflation. Deflation is not a gimmick. I know a lot of projects use it that way. A lot of people think it doesn't work and it's stupid, but no one would ever say inflation is a gimmick. Deflation is just as real as inflation. But what's interesting about deflation is in the world that we live in, right, in the fiat world, everything is inflationary, and it's been that way for a long time. There is no deflationary asset class except for cryptocurrency. It doesn't exist. And at best, it's only existed for 3 or 4 years because DeFi itself is only 3 or 4 years old. Bitcoin is older, but I don't consider Bitcoin decentralized finance. Liquidity pools are new. They only exist in the past 3 or 4 years. And what we've figured out is how to harness the power of liquidity pools and deflation to help tokenomics for the long term. So when we say we're going to be here for 5, 10, 15 years, that's when we think the tokenomics and deflation will really kick in. It takes a while for compounding to work. So what we're saying is we're going to compound deflation. We're going to automate as much volume as possible and grow organically as much as we can.
So you're saying over time, it'll turn into like a major rolling bonfire. And
Yes.
can roll out to something like that. I like that. Oh, I like that. Yeah. So I like that you're very honest about that and very transparent. Like, hey, it can take some time, but this is what it's going to do. I like that. Um, Hmm. Man. All right. Let's go on to Game Explorers Z's question first because I have a question, but let's ask the chat first. One question. I understand that these bots do buy and burn. Do these bots help in any way during dumps, like a defense mechanism?
They do, yeah, because if you look at our main charts right now, right, we're down. Hawking's Lab is down like any other chart. But what you'll see, we our community 3 months ago was maybe 50 people. It's nothing, right? But we have 60,000 bot transactions. And what these bot transactions do, right, is that they're there to protect on dumping. Now they won't buy up the entire dump, but after someone sells, the bots will come in and scoop up that supply and burn it. They're programmed to do that, and they will always do that. So sometimes they wait, and they're just waiting for someone to make a big dump to come in and scoop it up. So we want to protect our chart, right? Some of them are just constant volume every day, in and out. But that's a good question, and yes, that is something that we do, and you can see it because it's happening right now as we speak. So someone will sell, and then you'll see like 30 or 40 bots come in and try to clean up that sell. Like I said, it won't be one-to-one, but that alone, if you're familiar with stock and familiar with buybacks, right? Mm-hmm. We do think that we have a certain book value, and if we fall below that, if you can buy back supply and burn it, that's accretive to book value. It's not dilutive, it's actually accretive. So a lot of these things that we're doing, that we're implementing, we're not reinventing the wheel. They've existed in the stock market for 100 years. We're just applying it to cryptocurrency.
Wow. That's crazy. That's wild. So there's the longevity of this project is just ongoing, ongoing. How long can a project like this run for? Can it just run forever or what
as long as the blockchain exists? I think as long as the blockchain exists, this will exist because we are embedding ourselves into the blockchain, meaning we're creating liquidity routes. So during times of high stress, when the main routers are clogged, congested, as people pull liquidity from PancakeSwap or Uniswap, they will route through us. So sometimes if you hang out on Telegram, you'll see a huge bot transaction, maybe $50,000. That isn't our volume. What we've done is we've intercepted a large transaction and routed it through our router, and we collect microtransactions on that huge transaction. So it's almost like we've created an alternative highway, and if liquidity from a major provider takes our route, we collect little toll fees along the way, and then again, that comes back to our chart to buy and burn.
This is wild. This is wild. Bullish. I know, giving me goosebumps. I'm thinking like how I have been seeing y'all all over Twitter and everything, and I think after the launch, it's gonna go crazy because you're buying a part of a bot. You are becoming part of a bot family. Oh my goodness, this is wild. I've never so you said you guys aren't reinventing the wheel. It's already been here and it's been done already. But where did you get the idea? It just came to you, or how many people are in the team? Did y'all get together and how did this happen?
I think a lot of, and I'm sure you do too, right? If you mentioned deflation to me, right? I think there's not a lot of people that understand what deflation truly means. I think if you do, you're kind of smart, actually, right? But the people that understand what that means, they're the ones that stick around with us, the ones that see the true potential, but they also understand it will take years, right? And like I said, we've been here for a year and a half now. We were here during the depths of the bear market when everything was down 95%. We kept on building. Our charts recovered, right? Now they're dipping again because the market is dipping. But to unleash the potential here will take years. And also because we're starting at a very small base, right? We're starting very small. We started from virtually nothing. And our profile is building. This is probably the largest profile we've had. We're under the radar. No one really knows who we are. And there's also a lot of skepticism out there, right? Where so many people do think, like we said, burning is a gimmick, but it's not. It's just not. It's math. And I do think there are projects that do this and they take it very seriously. Volt is one of them, right? Baby Doge is another.
Mm-hmm.
But most of the people involved in those communities, they reap the rewards of that, but they don't really, I don't think they really need to read a textbook about it. If you want to, you can, but I think the developers in those projects understand what they're doing and what it means for the long term. And the people that are actually knowledgeable, they're in it for those reasons as well. That's why I own both of those projects as well.
Yeah. Oh man. Look, what's up, Tuck? How are you? How are you doing, Tuck? Let's go Space Chick. Are you listening to this? I just had Tuck here in the space cabin yesterday. We had an AMA. Okay, Rob, I'm kind of mind blown even more so because when I was reading your website and researching y'all, I was like, this is interesting, and it is. It's like buying a bot, and I like that it's gonna happen organically though, and I like that you're very straightforward and upfront about that because some people might, get the misconception like, oh, it's gonna burn everything, and the price is just gonna go straight up, and this is gonna be great. No, it's gonna be organic, and that's the best way to go anyway, because everything that goes straight up is gonna come straight back down, y'all. You've seen it happen. If you are new and you've been here the last 2 months, then you've seen it. That's all you needed to see was the last 2 months. Long live the king. All right. Y'all's website is super, super interesting, by the way. Y'all go check it out. And let me drop it in the chat, but I have a question about this. Right here it says the kingdom of Otto will vote. You see, I'm saying volt. Will vote on the meme of the month project. Can you tell us what that means?
So there's something that we're frustrated in crypto, like a lot of people, right? Where, we are a very small community, right? Very small. And marketing is hard in crypto, right? For many reasons. But I've seen projects, we've all seen projects that launch out of the gate with huge communities, great marketing, right? Really good liquidity and a good, ratio into tokenomics. Like it's firing on all cylinders. But 2 weeks in, 3 weeks in, a month in, 2 months in, it hasn't mooned like they expected, right? So they walk away. And their measure of success, right, is saying, okay, we've generated, quite a bit of money. They might have generated $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 in the marketing wallet, but it's not enough because they wanted millions. And the community sometimes is also saying, well, you only 5x, you didn't 50x. So it isn't just the devs. Sometimes it's the community itself, but mostly it's the devs. And what they do is they close up shop and they leave, the devs, and then it becomes a community project. So what we're saying is to those types of projects that still have a good community, that the liquidity is still there intact, we can come in, if the community votes on it, our community, and kind of merge with that community, give them some guidance, plug them into our ecosystem so that we can apply bots to that project, make them deflationary, so that we kind of like, we have cross-chain liquidity, not cross-chain liquidity, but we can augment our liquidity, right? We can grow together, and we think for us in particular, it's kind of a way to revitalize a community that's sitting out there that has potential, that has a community behind it, but there's no active development.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I've seen both. I've seen both happen where a dev just like took off and then the community took over, and then I've seen where the dev was trying to, please people that were dumping and trying to do things on their terms as well, and then the project unfortunately fell apart because of that. Also, them trying to meet the needs of other people instead of focusing on what their first, what the project was all about. And so I've seen it both ways, and so you talking about how you can merge and help communities, like whenever the communities take over, can you do that with devs as well? Like how I said, if a community just kind of, takes off, can you help a dev, or are y'all just strictly gonna like help communities?
No, because we do, since we have been in IT for a long time, we do help devs. We are a service provider. So we do help devs all the time. We can help projects launch. We can help set tokenomics, right? We've done in the past some other things, like just anything blockchain related. So ultimately we are a blockchain consulting service. That's how we started in the space. We can do audits. So we're always in contact with devs, and sometimes just for this reason, they need help with a token migration, right? And so, but what we're saying is we can do this we can do it with a token migration or without a token migration. So if we do it, the community will have a say in how we proceed, but we can provide multiple different avenues or options.
Do y'all have a DAO? Or are y'all going to have a
No,
DAO?
but we kind of have a treasury. So no, we don't have a DAO. That is probably, for this, we probably would.
Okay. Game Explorer Z says Otto will have dual volume in a sense, I guess. Bot volume plus users volume. And with each buy and sell, holders get 3% RMD reflections. That's insane. RMD is already 98% burned. Bitcoin of Hawkins. So can you explain about Hawkins a little bit more? Because how does that intertwine with Ottobought?
So Hawkins is our, it is our, we launched that over a year ago as a service provider. So if you go to the website, you'll see we're a blockchain service company. We can help with any kind of blockchain problem a developer or a potential developer, prospective developer might have. And it's the technical aspect. So kind of like a Certec, right? Or I forget the other one, what it's called. Man, they're a blockchain service provider too. They have a token, starts with a B. I forget, maybe you know. Anyway, a lot of projects go through them to help them launch. So that's you know, we do that, or auditing or whatever it is. They website design, Web 2 stuff we do as well. So since we have that infrastructure and we've laid the bots there, we also create bots for projects and stuff. Since we've laid that groundwork and we've deployed an infrastructure of bots, what we realized over the past year, right, is it's really hard to market what we do, because, you know, saying we're an IT consulting company is not really sexy, right? So and we see meme after meme launching, and we see the huge potential in a meme, and believe me, I love memes as well. We all love memes. So we thought, what if we could memify what you're looking at right now, the very boring stuff?
Oh, okay. You're like, no, we need to get this out here and we're going to do it this way. I love it. Hawkins Lab. So that's how this intertwines. You know what I love also is Links. I love Links, crypto app.
Yeah, they're great. They're a great partner of ours, and we've worked with them on technical things, and they're going to launch soon as well. But we are on their platform. They give us business. We give them business. So what we'll do is, if we have business, we'll take a percentage of that business and buy our own chart and burn it too. That's another revenue stream that we have. So that's another thing. You know, I've been a contractor in IT for a decade, and when I first became a developer in crypto, I realized there was no such service. Whereas if you're in the private sector, right, and you need some services, you'll go to Microsoft or Dell or Intel. That didn't really, I couldn't find it. So what you're dealing with is people from Asia or Eastern Europe, and you don't know what these developers, what kind of experience they have, what kind of quality assurance they give you, they give you nothing really. And you know, sometimes they'll launch a project, it'll crash because the code is crap. And this is how we entered the space. We're like, you know what, there's money to be made here, right? And also, maybe we can help the space a little bit, because that make it a little bit more professional. Because we've seen that happen so many times where it's not a rug technically, but like, you know, they have to do a V3 because they've crashed the project so many times because of bad code.
Oh man, y'all have a lot of networking under your belt. You have a lot of experience under your belt. This thing has longevity. I'm just checking off the boxes, y'all. If you have anything else that you want to ask, go ahead and ask here in the chat. Also, you can leave a comment if you're hitting that replay. Leave a comment in the comment section below. Ask a question, and I can help get the answer for y'all. So, hey, my goodness, Rob. How do we get our hands on this? Let's see. It's a fair launch. I like that. I like that it's a fair launch. Right here, 3 days, 17 hours, 24 minutes is whenever the pre-sale ends. Now, right here, y'all, gonna put this in the chat again so y'all have it, but it's on the Binance chain.
It is, yes.
Okay. Let's see here. Let's go on back. Let me star that so they can click that even after the stream. There we go. All right. So, y'all, the token symbol is going to be Otto, because sometimes I've had some subscribers tell me, like, I'm so glad you enlarged it so I could screenshot it and see it, because sometimes I don't know why. I don't know why sometimes people can't find some of this information out there, but that's all right. I got it for them. Total supply 1 trillion, tokens for pre-sale 500 billion. All right. So why did y'all choose that amount? Because that's a big amount.
The bots work better with high supply. It's something that we've tested for a long time. It with more supply, they can generate more liquidity.
Okay, makes sense. Tokens for liquidity, 285 billion. Initial market cap estimate, 8,434. Soft cap, y'all, is 100 BNB. And like I said, it ends in 3 days, 17 hours. Now, y'all, think about it like this. You are buying a piece of a bot. Look at it. This is more than crypto. This is crypto, but it's more than crypto. This is like 4D chess, like it says on y'all's website. But let me continue to keep going so y'all have the rest of the information right here. Liquidity percent. How long is it locked up? Liquidity lockup 30 days.
Yeah, but that it's going to go into a multi-sig after that, so it'll be. That's just to make it easy for Pink Sale to actually add the liquidity, because the mechanism that they use. But we keep everything in multi-sigs.
Okay, so y'all are planning on like extending that for a long period of time ever?
Oh yeah, for sure. Okay. For sure, yeah, forever, indefinitely. But like art, I know it's hard to. I know there's so much skepticism in the space, right? But I think crypto is a tangible asset, meaning no different than a Main Street business, and I think my kids will inherit this business. So everything we do is geared towards that. It's geared toward what a decade out, not next month, not 2 months from now, not a year from now, because you do need time for compounding to really kick in, and so we say that all the time. We preach patience all the time.
That's good. Okay, all right, because that's always a question of mine, because I know I've fallen victim of short liquidity lockups, and I didn't understand it until after, you're forced to learn a lesson about them. So, but that's,
yes.
I mean, it's deflationary, y'all. This is already set up. It's already, this is something that I believe has a lot of longevity. I do believe you guys will lock it up for forever. That's cool.
Oh, yeah.
That kids are gonna.
The thing about us is we're a known player in the space. Like you said, Links is our partner. We've been around for years now. Everyone knows who we are. Otto is like a new thing, right? But like, we're not gonna ruin our reputation on nothing. You know what I mean? That's not. Everyone who knows us, who understands us, understands what we're doing and what we say, and we have a consistent track history. So it's not like this is a new project that came out of nowhere, right? We have deep connections in the crypto space. A lot of people know who we are.
And for shout out Worldwide Crypto, he's one of my good friends. He told me, because I had him here for an AMA about Links, and he said, yeah, they vet, the projects, that they check them out first and everything. And he's a smart guy. And the other dev that he works with is a smart guy as well. And so I know they definitely, if they're cool with you, then there's something special about y'all for sure. Even more so. I know they definitely are seeing what's going on here. I bet you Worldwide, him and I are going to have to talk after this.
Well, I'm pretty sure he bought the pre-sale. I think he did. I was talking to him not too long ago. I think he's actually held our project for a while. So yeah, we have a long history. We've been around for a while with them. And we do refer each other for business.
I love that. That's a lot of networking. You really are deep in the space. You're deep in the space. I like that. So we talked about who your competitors are. I guess we can agree that what makes your project unique. Well, everything that we just talked about, y'all. This is the craziest space cabin I think I've ever had talking about a project. I'm not just saying that because I've never heard of all of this being able to happen before. You just don't hear about this. And we hear about bots all the time and how they're good for volume and for a chart. I've heard that. First of all, I've heard anti-bots, and then I learned later, okay, no, they are good for volume though, but that was it. That ended the story there with the bots until today. So I like this. I really really like the project. And right now the BNB amount we have in here right now is 16, and y'all, the soft cap is 100 BNB. So how many more days? 3 days?
It's very short. I think it was some bad timing with the BNB crash and all the stuff, but we're going to extend it. We might go back to, if we don't hit the cap, we may just go back to private sale in the Telegram, so you can sign up, fill out a sheet, and then when we hit the target, we'll launch. So it might be a little longer, but I think everyone in our community is fine with that. So if we don't hit that time, unfortunately, you cannot extend pink sale, so we have to decide, do we roll it out again, or do we just go to private sale? So meaning you can just sign up in the Telegram, you send your BNB, we log it down, you get a transaction hash, and then when we do launch, then that will be, you'll get the airdrop.
Okay, so where would somebody go to find that information? Is it Telegram that y'all communicate the most? Twitter? Both?
Yes, the Telegram, our main the Telegram link should be there on the website, but we're not there yet, right? We'll see what happens. Maybe we do launch on time, but I think because of what's happening right now, a lot of people are, they're a little skittish with crypto right now. Hopefully things, see better days, but for right now, this was some bad timing for us.
Yeah, or good timing for people dipping in on the project, Rob. I think it's great timing.
I'll tell you this: we're not going anywhere. But because you know what happens when things crash, we burn a crap ton of supply, right? Like when things become very volatile, that's when we burn the most supply, because everyone, people pull in their liquidity, people are running out. Chart goes down, we burn massive amounts of supply. So when markets recover, it's much easier to recover because there's so much less supply.
So how often are you guys always going to continue adding to the list of the projects that y'all do that with? Is there a team? How often do y'all decide this? How do y'all decide which projects you're gonna do this?
We do have some criteria, but that's more for the more serious ones. But for the degen plays, those are just, so that's another interesting aspect to this, right? If like when Pepe was going strong, yes, all the Pepe clones, we have bots that would bot the Pepe clones as they were launching. Right?
What?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And if they made a profit, they brought it back. If they lost, they lost. But we were only willing to, put a certain amount into those bots, right? So we don't have a problem doing that. And if one of those clones becomes a huge success, they bring a bunch of money back. So it depends on the strategy of the bot.
Okay. All right. Okay. How many people are in the team?
So there's 3 people in the team, and we do have a few mods. And so that is so, what we were saying, right? If we are botting a bunch of degen plays, and you own us, you're getting some of the upside, but you're also limiting your downside, right? Because if one of those degen plays skyrockets, it comes back to us, but you're not directly buying those degen plays. You see what I'm saying? So you're kind of shielded, so you get the upside, but you don't get as much. You don't get as much upside, but it's really hard when the market is going crazy and there's a Pepe a second that's being launched, right? It's for a human to actually catch all of them. So that's where the bots come in handy.
Oh my goodness. This is cool. This is really cool, y'all. Because I know I have dipped in on honeypots. I've dipped in on, rug pools. I know y'all have as well. Unfortunately, we've all fallen victim to it. I'm sure all of us can say that. So this right here, I love how you just said that. It shields you from that. That is perfect. The wording right there. You get shielded from all that BS and you get taken care of right here. It's deflationary. Game Explorer Z says also pre-sale buyers get 15% more tokens. Discount compared to people buying during launch. I am sure not many people are aware of that. Okay, that's really good too. Hell yeah. Oh my goodness. Let's go. Let's go. So what plans do y'all have for marketing after this? Are y'all going to continue with the same, tempo y'all are going right now? Are y'all going to amp it up to a whole other level? What are the plans for marketing?
We are going to increase our marketing over what it's been, but it depends on market conditions as well, right? So we are making great connections in marketing, and we hope to continue those, I think one of the most important things in crypto, like you were saying with Worldwide and Links, it's the network of people you meet that you can work with, that you can trust. So not just developers, also marketers, right? It's very hard to find good, reliable people in crypto. And so when we find someone like that, we want to make it a long-term partnership that's beneficial to both parties. So we are forming relationships, we're finding people, and unfortunately in crypto there are so many bad actors in all sectors, right? That it makes it incredibly hard and super important when you do find a good connection to keep it. And so yeah, we are going to continue, but it depends on the market as well, right? So we're going to be, when there are big events coming or something that we want to market, we're going to hit that. And also depending on what the marketing law is, we're going to allocate a certain percentage of that to marketing. So we are going to do more marketing than we've ever done before, and but we don't know what those numbers will be yet because we haven't launched yet.
Yeah. Okay. Do you plan on? I know I'm gonna get DMs. People ask me this stuff, so I might as well just ask you right now. I'm kind of putting you on the spot though, Rob. I'm sorry. Are you planning on giving any influencers any tokens? Any part of the supply of the tokens?
No.
That's good. 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 Talking about bad actors, I've seen so many things behind the scenes this past year in 2023 that I was like, wow, I don't like when projects do that.
I mean, look, it's happened to me a lot too. I'm not gonna lie about that. I've been rugged so many times, honeypotted. It's happened to me. It can happen to anybody, and unfortunately, which sucks, it happens to a lot of new people in the space. And then that becomes their first experience, right? Which is horrible.
Yeah, it is. It is horrible. And then, you hear influencers talk about stuff on YouTube or whatever. And y'all, none of this is financial advice, of course. But then they get their tokens and they dump. Like, they literally will dump on your heads. But not with this project, y'all. So that's good. Got to check that off. I'm so glad that he didn't even know I was going to ask that, y'all. So that's amazing that you're so transparent. I like that. I'm enjoying this space, Kevin. I don't feel like I'm having to pull teeth whatsoever with you. You're just being so upfront. Thank you so much. Reward tax 3%. So rewards, what rewards are you talking about with that?
So RMD is our community token, right? It's the first project that we launched that's completely automated, and it has a huge amount of bots on it. That's the one that's been burned almost 99%. So that token, RMD, it has 60,000 transactions, I believe, but the people that own it are pretty much long-term holders, right? So that's kind of a game to us, right? There's no marketing wallet on that project. Anyone who buys it, it's kind of, because it's community owned, community run. Now we have attached a bunch of bots to it. The game is we want to get its supply as low as possible, as low as we can possibly get it. My dream is to get it to about 21 million circulating supply. It's about 65 million right now. We got circulating supply down by 75% this year alone, and that's all through bots. So buys and burns. That's not a manual burn, right? Those are so the bots come in, they do some volume, they buy and burn, buy and burn, buy and burn. So we've reduced circulating supply this year by 75%.
Just this year?
We're on just this year. Yes. Wow. We're on track to burn maybe another 15% this year by the end of the year. So that would get us in the 40 million range. I do want to get down to the 21 million, the Bitcoin standard, right? So I'm curious what happens then. And like we said, it's completely automated, right? So it's the bots do what they do. They come back, they buy and burn. You just got to wait for that to happen.
Hyperdeflationary. Hyperactive. Oh my goodness. That's why, like, on this website it says right here, hungry for more. Hunger never ends. That's what it says. Right here, taxes. We were talking about the marketing and the team, taxes, rewards, marketing tax. And you said that y'all, okay, my question always is also, do y'all plan on going to sponsor any conferences or going to anything like that to further the message about this project, like any in real life events?
I don't think that's on. I don't think right now. I mean, I think in the long term, yeah, we do. We will probably, but not in the near term.
Okay. All right. All right. Sounds good. If you could go to one, which one would you pick?
Definitely not the hex. Definitely not the hex. I don't know if you're familiar with hex.
Yeah.
Oh, I actually own hex, but not that, and definitely not Bitcoin Miami. So I don't. I don't know which one it would be.
You can come to Consensus here in Austin. I heard it was pretty cool. Hopefully, I can go next year. That would be awesome. Yeah, Consensus sounds safe. It sounds like the only safe one right now. No, there's some other ones. I know there's a Chainlink SmartCon. They had a pretty cool one too. But yeah, don't get the word out too much yet, Rob. Give us a second. Give us a second. Let's launch and do all that. I'm not trying to push them, y'all. I'm not trying to be pushy at all. We need to dip in first, right? So I love that y'all are having spaces. I love Deb and Crypto Empress. They're so cool. Such amazing women here out in Web3, out here in the space. I've learned so much from these ladies. So I'm really cool. I think it's really cool that you guys are working with them, and they're really good at hosting spaces. So about how many spaces oh, we lost Rob. Oh, there you are. How many spaces have y'all had right now, Rob?
A ton for us, because we spend so much time building. Like we said, this is probably the highest profile we've had. So we've done quite a bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave this link here. I'm gonna share it. Copy link, and let me put this here. I know I'm gonna tune in now, y'all. This is Monday at 4 p.m. This is Central Time. So Monday at 4 p.m. Central Time. That's going to be 5 p.m. Eastern Time. In case you didn't know, I had to get pretty good with time zones after starting a YouTube channel. All right, let's see. I think it's cool whenever you get bumped out, you're able to get right back in on screen. I don't have to add you. Do you have a bot doing that for you, Rob?
No, I'm just in a really bad reception area.
Oh no. All right, Rob, let me see what else I got. I want to scroll down y'all's Twitter page. Something I wanted to point out that I check off whenever I'm researching a project, y'all, is if a dev or if the Twitter page, is active. If the dev is active in the Telegram, or, they're active in their Discord talking to people, or the team, where mods are answering questions, not just banning everybody. They have over 1,500 people in their Telegram, and everybody seems super cool. Any questions that I've seen brought up in the Telegram, they're taken care of, and people are treated really good. And right here, I love that you guys are keeping everybody updated. Twitter is so important to stay on top of, but I know I love these. Oh my goodness. Like their little hats, their little bot hats. But I like that you guys are out and about. In Ottobought token contract, time to get the community involved and get these votes in. Can you vote one time per day? Okay, so you guys are already pre-listed on CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko?
I believe, yes. CoinMarketCap for sure. I don't know if CoinGecko. If not, that will be soon.
That's huge. That is one of the first steps, y'all, that a project tries to do is get on CoinMarketCap, get on CoinGecko as fast as possible, start trending on DEX tools, start just ramping up marketing and get going with that, get the project out there, staying active. All of these are important things. Learning about market cap, liquidity, who's getting the word out there, learning, about what deflationary is for sure, learning what bots do. I know I learned a lot today about bots. This project just blew my mind about the bots. Is there anything that you want us to know, you want to go over, Rob, that anything about the project that you want to talk about and let us make sure that we know?
No, I mean, that
no.
we've been around for a while. You know, we're not an entity, right? You know that, so people can they can.
Oh no, we're losing you, Rob. You're stuck in the blockchain. Let me see here. Let's see here, y'all. Maybe. Give me just 1 second. Sorry about the technical difficulties. It's probably my end. I'm in space anyway, right? I'm in a space cabin, so it's probably my reception. Oh my goodness. Let's see here. But this is coming soon. Soft cap 100 BNB. They're going to extend that sale, y'all. So that's really good for us to get in and dip in on this. Let's see. Devices not connected. Rob is in backstage here, but it's not letting me add him. Let me see. Rob, just connect your camera, I guess. Or not your camera, but it says devices not connected. Give us 1 second. There we go.
It finally happened, what you were saying, right? Where I had to be readmitted.
There you go. Yeah, there you go. It was perfect though. And now I can see your avatar.
Oh, that's weird. Sometimes it shows up, sometimes it doesn't. Strange.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. What is there that you want to tell us about? Because we just heard a little bit that you guys have been here in the space for a while. You know, you're reputable people out here in the space. And what else would you like us to know?
Yeah, we'd just check us out. I think we're a little bit different, and I think that's the one thing I think we like to stress is that we treat crypto as a serious asset class, right? As it should be treated. And like-minded people, I think when they discover us, they're going to feel like they found something special.
Yeah, it's disguised as a meme coin, y'all. It has a disguise. Don't let that little cute bot fool you. He's got some major tech behind him. I know I'm going to continue talking about Ottoboughts, Rob. This is super cool tech. I'm all about, changing the space. If a project is going to help change the space for the better, there's a good team behind it. People, you've been here for a while in the space, so you know what the space needs. You have that expertise in that. So I'm digging it. I love it. I think I'm definitely going to dip in on this this pre-sale y'all have going on. So you might extend it, you said, and you're going to communicate that with everybody through Telegram and through Twitter. Am I correct?
Yes. So yes, it'll be very well telegraphed. So, anyone who's interested, join the Telegram, and everything there will be posted. If we do elongate, the time period for the launch for better market conditions. So everyone will know. It won't be it will be well telegraphed.
Good. That's good. That's good. We won't keep it a secret. We won't be greedy. We'll let everybody else buy into the project, y'all. We won't buy it all. All of us that have found out about this project, it is definitely something that you should not sleep on. This is a sleeping giant, in my opinion. Once this gets out, the word gets out, and once it starts growing organically, I think it's going to turn into a huge, huge money-making machine. So, but I'm appreciative of this AMA. Thank you so much for being here, Rob. I appreciate you and this project and what you're doing for the space. I want to say thank you because I've seen so many people out here just taking advantage of people in the space and just taking advantage of people and in general, just in every single way, even emotionally, just being mean and hateful, and just launching honeypots left and right, and launching projects that are just going to hurt people, and you're out here doing good. And so I really hope nothing but the best for this project. And I know I'm going to y'all, I am going to dip in on this project. I am going to buy some Ottobought, and we're going to see how this goes and see where this gets us. But I think it's a very promising project. So, and I like that y'all are deflationary. That's huge. So, but thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. Thank you so much, Rob. And I hope I get to talk to you soon. Maybe we can do one of these again. That would be awesome.
Yep. No, thank you. Thank you for having me over. And yes, thank you.
All right. Okay, everybody. Thanks so much for tuning in to Space Chick Crypto. All the official Ottobought links are in the description box below, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.